Good morning. And
I'm gonna move the drums.
welcome, Peggy Kaufman. Yeah, you probably want to come up here.
Yep.
Good morning, everybody. I feel like we did our morning prayer. That song was the perfect morning prayer. And I've been searching and searching at the last minute to try to find something appropriate, but hey, I got what I got. Yeah, she keeps telling me that. Okay. So I have an opening poem prayer called The Choice, and it's by Dana Fould's Go In and In is the name of the poetry book. Is it faith or fear that rises to the fore? Affirmation or negation at the very core and center of the self? Will it be light or dark within the heart today? The icy grip of fear that knots and sours, leaving me to cower in the shadows. There is another way. I know it surely, as I know the scent of spring. The choice of faith invites, invokes, calls forth from all creation, both the blessing and the lesson of the day. Whether faith or fear, the choice is mine alone. Each moment choosing, stepping through the door, trusting that the path beyond will surely lead me home. Thank you. Okay, so are there any prayer chaplains here this morning? I'm sure there are. Dennis, Deb, Dave, the 3 Ds, Dennis, Dave, and Deb. If you have a need for prayer after the service, you can find any one of them, and they will be glad to pray with you. And we have announcements, of course. First of all, tonight, a not to be missed concert tonight for one song, 7 p.m. Special guests, Mark Shepard, Joy Adler, woohoo, and Brian Mellick. Whoa. Really, truly not to be missed. I encourage everyone to come back and bring your friends. Next week is Mother's Day, and we have a slideshow. If you would like to send in any pictures of yourself and your mom, or any Mother's Day pictures, put it that way, you can send them to office at Unity. So yeah, your mother, grandmother, you as a mother, someone else who mothered you, any of the above. Mother of fur balls, yeah, whatever. Okay, and we have a new Course in Miracles group, in-person study group on Fridays in the library, led by Patty Benson. Yay. So if you're free, Friday afternoons from 2 to 3:30, if you're free at that time, come check it out. And next, woohoo, we have our own Gerri Ratigan doing an interactive workshop and open mic on authentic voice. So awaken your inner superstar and come sing with Gerri. Friday, May 12th. That would be this coming Friday, 7 p.m. Boy, we got a lot going on here. The following Sunday, we have guest speaker Philip Goldberg, and he's going to be doing our morning service as well as an afternoon workshop on how the arts inspire, inform, and transform us. I believe it's all about the Beatles. Oh, the afternoon one. Okay, this is the morning talk, and then there's going to be a workshop. Oh, sorry, that's on the next page. Yeah. So, from 12:30 to 2:30, we have the great Beatles transmission. So, how the Fab Four turned us on to Eastern wisdom.
You can register for that online, or
Okay, you can register for that online or talk.
give us money today, or you can come next week, whatever.
Okay, or you can talk to Roger today or next week, right?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, I believe that's it for the announcements. And our daily word for today is free. Free. Let me say that better. Free. I am one with the freeing, guiding force of God. Freeing, guiding force of God. When I think of freedom, I imagine a bird in flight, soaring above the earth. As the bird glides, it seems to effortlessly move through the air. Then it flaps its wings, moving upward and forward against the force of gravity. Likewise, I open my mind and heart and feel the freeing force of God within. This force is powerful and peaceful, and I give myself over to it. As I do, I overcome stifling feelings of stress or doubt. I trust in God, and I move forward and upward with renewed purpose and confidence. Just as a bird overcomes gravity to fly with purpose, I overcome the challenges and circumstances of my life to find my purpose and live from my divine nature. I am free. So we can say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, I will not be afraid. What can anyone do to me? Hebrews 13:6. Thank you.
I can do this. I feel so much better now. This song was partly inspired by a talk Roger gave several years ago, and by a medieval mystic named Meister Eckhart, who said, God is at home, we are in the far country. Every day is a relentless miracle. Every day is a push and pull. Every day is a beloved teacher who demands to be paid in full. Every day is a very friendly robber. Every day is an opening door. Every day is a glaring opportunity. Every day is the sweetest holy war. God is at home, and we've been in the far, far country. God is home, and we get closer every day. Sing that with us. Here it is. God is at home, and we've been in the far, far country. God is home, and we get closer every day. Every day is a dusty desert rose, thirsty for the evening dew. Every day is a heart still longing for a love that is true. God is at home, and we've been in the far, far country. God is home, and we get closer every day. Tomorrow is a lie we tell ourselves, because it never arrives. Yesterday's a dusty book upon the shelf. Today is where we live our lives. Every day is a whirling dervish, spinning, spinning, spinning into ecstasy. Every day is a sacred candle flame, vastness of eternity. God is at home, and we've been in the far, far country. God is home, and we get closer every day. One more time. God is at home, and we've been in the far, far country. God is home, and we get closer every day. God is at home, and we get closer every day.
Good morning. All right, I'm trying an experiment today, so I only have one thing hooked over my ears until I maybe need the readers. So we'll see how that goes. But welcome. If you are here for the first or second time and you're not too shy and you want to like wave your fingers or wiggle at us so we know that would be awesome. Awesome. We have a few newcomers here. It's an interesting thing. Recently, I was made aware, not surprisingly to any of you, I'm an extrovert. An extrovert who likes to like crash hard when I need to regroup. But for folks who are less on that extroverted range, our warm welcome has at times felt like, there are so many people looking at me and waving at me and clapping for me. What do I do now? So, wherever you are in that frame, whether you are at home watching the live stream now live, or you're watching the recording later, you are warmly welcomed here. And part of that welcome is that we recognize that God is at home and we have been in the far, far country. And we have a saying here that welcome to unity, welcome home. So wherever you are on that journey of understanding the word God or some other term that for you captures the essence of that ineffable mystery, wherever you are on that journey, wherever you are in this wild illusion of time and space, you are warmly welcomed here, even if we're sometimes overwhelming in our loveness. So, speaking of the spiritual journey, I forgot to put a slide in. I actually even stole something from the interwebs to have a picture of it. But starting on Wednesday, February 24th, oh my word. Nope, I don't need a couple days off. I don't know about you. Oh, it's a happy tired. Let's go to May 24th. I do not want to go back to winter. On May 24th, I'm starting a journey that I want to take, which is an exploration of the classic book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And don't ask me what they are today, Sam House, but I did write them down just in case. But I'm inviting you to join me with that. So that will now look like Wednesday night meditation will happen both in person here in the sanctuary and on Zoom. We've had a beautiful, fairly intimate group at that Wednesday night meditation on Zoom, and I have a little pang about opening that up because it has become this little beautiful community. But we are brave, and we would love to open that up. So here in person and still on Zoom. And then that will lead into 6 weeks of exploring that book that you may have collecting dust on your bookcase. At some point today, 10 will arrive here on our doorstep. So you can buy a book here. You can get it from the library, a public library, or potentially ours. So please join me for that if you are willing to explore what it means to be impeccable with our word. To really pause and live into what do our words mean. To not take things personally, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that one later this morning. To not make assumptions about somebody's intentions, but to have the courage to ask questions that lead potentially to more understanding. And to just trust that we're showing up as our best, even if sometimes it's not really all the way how we wish we were showing up. So in that space, we have here this aspiration, this vision of what we want the world to look like, how we want people to interact with us and with each other, in ways that those 4 agreements, if we can make those with our own selves and with the people we're in relationship with, it would be part of transforming the world. So I'm going to ask you, as I do every week, to just pause for a minute with me and with each other. And just bring into your own heart mind a person or a situation, either that calls out for healing and transformation, or that you recognize with gratitude that there has been healing. And hold that lightly. And as we hold those individual ways that our hearts recognize the gift of healing and transformation, we carry that into saying these words together as a blessing, as an invitation, and into a call to us. So I ask you to say with me the beautiful words of our vision statement. We envision a world transformed through the spiritual awakening of all. And as we hold that vision, we recognize it is not always easy. It's simple. It's simple to show up as love, but it is not always easy. And so we say these words together to help give us the courage and strength to live our mission. We awaken to and embrace the divine essence of all beings through prayer and service in our community and in the world. And as we settle into this beautiful experience of oneness that we're led into by the gift of song, by the gift of choosing to show up, breathe in and feel that power within you as we say this blessing. The power of Christ's love now releases me from any sense of separation from spirit or others. There is only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe, the all-loving goodness of God. And so it is. Amen.
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now. I pray. I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God.
Will you let your heart, your soul, your love go deeper and pray with me and for me? As we enter into this time of connecting to the voice of God within, that what that voice needs for us to hear internally and through my words will be exactly what we hear. I invite you, if you're comfortable, to put your hand over your heart so that you can feel the rhythm of your heart and your breath. Letting your body connect to the sound of the gentle music. Letting your breath in just as it is fill you. Let your breath out just as it is help you settle into this present moment. Right here. Right now. Choosing to surrender. Choosing freedom over fear. Breathing in grace, breathing out grace. In your heart mind, I invite you to say these words. I am an expression of God's love. Right here, right now, let those words sink deeper. You are an expression of divine love, divine heart, divine mind. And so wherever you are, wherever we are. God is. Love is. Love is the isness of our being. And in that deep, soul-filling space, please deepen your breath and your awareness of this present moment, just as it is. And come fully back into this sacred space that is holy because we make it holy together. I'm going to try not to cry. But there are no guarantees. This week, I had a reminder of how fragile and temporary these human lives of ours are. And this time, I had that reminder with a slight remove. It was not my own fragility that I was made aware of, but someone I love dearly was heavy at heart of someone whose life was at a precarious and potentially life-ending moment. And the details of that story are not mine to tell. But here's what I can share. Because as I was holding my beloved's heart in mine and feeling his heaviness in mine, the voice of God whispered in the voice of Mary Myers, who sent me the perfect little reading for me to help my beloved kind of work through some words that he had left at the baggage claim that he was having a hard time with, and those words were God and prayer. So as his heart was circling the situation that he was holding, he knew what that experience felt like. As a receiver at different times of his life, what it felt like to have somebody holding him in that love, in those thoughts. But boy, the word prayer was really tripping him up. Who am I praying to? What is that thing that everybody calls God that people fight about? I don't want any of that in this situation. So Mary sent me this. Comfort. Being at peace is not always easy for me, especially when my loved ones or I face a challenge. When I cannot hold the high watch for myself or others because I am too close to the situation, I know I can give all my concerns to God and I am comforted. With the renewed sense of peace comes the realization that the love and comfort I receive from God are more powerful than any situation I may face. Times of adversity will come and go, but God is always with me and my loved ones. Holding the high watch is prayer. We still had a lot of unpacking to do about the word God, and I'll get to that. But that idea of what it means to hold the high watch, to be the person on the lookout for protection, for safety, to picture this situation of his beloved, that everyone in that closer inner circle was holding the high watch for that person. No matter what the outcome ultimately might be, they had circled her, holding the high watch. And then every person involved in that holding was held. There were circles and spirals, encircling and folding. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. Holding the high watch made sense to my beloved as he was holding the high watch for his inner circle. There is a lot of baggage sometimes in the religious traditions of our childhood, some of those woundings that we have over experiences in church. What does that word God mean? I don't know. Definitively, it is that mystery. It's that aliveness. And if the word God trips you up sometimes, what word works for you? Love is the word that works for me almost always. Heart connection. In this little booklet that Mary then gave me so I could come back to that little reading on comfort. Heart connection. I am the love of God in expression. I make you trip yourselves over when we say the end of the prayer of protection, as we are unrepeatable expressions of the divine. But we are. The love that is alive in us, no matter the name, is what helps us hold that high watch and circle those hearts that are touching ours closely and those hearts that are around the world. When people reach out to others with love and compassion, a powerful spiritual connection is made. The spirit of love, of mystery, of oneness, flows out through those holding the high watch to uplift the spirits of people in need of comfort and caring. We trust that there is then a response from the Spirit within the ones being prayed for as well, even if they seem not to respond. I added that part because it's the piece that trips me up. Well, I've been praying for this and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, right. Trust. This heart connection blesses those holding the high watch and those held in the high watch because of grace. Another word that can be really hard to unpack. What does grace mean? There are beautiful songs about amazing grace. Lift your sails to grace. Here is a passage. Grace is the love of God, of mystery, of the universe, that is constantly moving in and through all life. It's that love that is constantly moving. Divine love is a gentle yet powerful life force, a life force, a life force, a source of life that nourishes me, refreshes my relationships, and heals me. Whenever I feel I can no longer move forward, I am lifted and carried along by love. Have any of you ever hit a moment in your life when you didn't feel like you could move forward? Yeah? Am I the only one? We hit those moments. We hit those moments when we are stumped. We don't know where we're led. And we are, I'm speaking from me, so the we includes me. Maybe it doesn't include you, but I get myself into a downward spiral of, I have got to figure this out. I have got to figure this out. So that leads me in a little backdoor way to don't take things personally. What is the difference between I must do it and I surrender? Yeah, you could feel it because there was a in the room. I surrender. When we hold the high watch for each other, we surrender to the fact that the divine, that love and grace are holding us. I do not know the way to healing, but I trust that you do. It is not our own efforts. We're in partnership, sure. We show up and we do our best to listen, to take time in the quiet to hear that voice of God whispering through the voice of a friend, through the voice of an inspirational reading, to the voice of the quiet inner wisdom that our daily mental chatter hides from us. I surrender. I step into the arms of the beloved, and I receive all that I need. And then I give back all that I am, so that with my heart open, I can give thanks and praise, and I surrender. I let my will become the will of love, of the beloved, from whom I cannot be separated, ever, unless I close myself up in that tiny little room that is my human mind, trying to figure everything out. I don't always like the answer that I hear. I don't always like the answer that I hear. But faith, that inner knowing that is steering me along, whether I like the answer or not, that helps me stay awake to the voice of God, however that voice is showing up, in challenge, in joy. That is the journey. So when we say we are a praying community, that's what we mean, I think. And we do have some beautiful prayer chaplains who are ready to sit with you after a service. If you have something that you're holding a high watch for and it feels like heavy lifting, they will sit with you. And in their presence, they will remind you that you are not holding the high watch alone. But that is true of everyone here, because that is the gift of community. We are not holding the high watch alone. Look around you. At home, look in the mirror even if you are home alone. Put your phone on selfie view so you can see yourself. You are not holding the high watch alone. You have beloved companions, some of whom you haven't met yet, who are holding that watch with you. So let's center in. Centering in for a moment. And letting your heart and your love and your soul go deeper. One of my spirit guides for years and years has been the poet Mark Nepo. I know he is familiar to many of you and has spoken here actually. He has a poem called Earth Prayer. And so I invite his wisdom into our wisdom this morning as we hold the high watch for the world that we long to transform with our love, for all of those close to us and all of the beloveds everywhere. You say this prayer. O endless Creator, force of life, seat of the unconscious, Dharma, Atman, Ra, Kalb, dear center of our love, Christ-light, Yahweh, Allah, Mawu, Mother of the universe. Let us, when swimming with the stream, become the stream. Let us, when moving with the music, become the music. Let us, when rocking the wounded, become the suffering. Let us live deep enough till there is only one direction, and slow enough till there is only the beginning of time, and loud enough in our hearts till there is no need to speak. Let us live for the grace beneath all we want. Let us see it in everything and everyone till we admit to the mystery that when I look deep enough into you, I find me. And when you dare to hear my fear in the recess of your heart, you recognize it as your secret, which you thought no one else knew. Oh, let us embrace that unexpected moment of unity as the atom of God. Let us have the courage to hold each other when we break and worship what unfolds. O nameless Spirit that is not done with us, let us love without a net, beyond the fear of death, until the speck of peace which we guard so well becomes the world. May we hold that high watch with and for each other, always and in all ways. And so it is. Amen. So part of holding the high watch is coming together with our hearts, with our time, with our hands, with our talents. You might notice that the space in Unity of Albany looks a little sparklier today, both inside and outside. That is part of the gift of our prosperity. The number of people who showed up to help clean out the old and make room for the new. We do have a lot of activities and events happening in our beautiful home. And now our home is a little more beautified and a little more organized thanks to their loving hands. So thank you. Thank you to the Building and Grounds Committee who spearheaded that effort, and to all of the people who worked so hard for that. So that is part of our prosperity. It's part of the flow of giving and receiving that we recognize here in this community. And there is a certain amount of free labor that was involved in that, which is a gift. And we have to keep the doors open. And it is a privilege of our community to give back out into the world. And so those gifts, the tangible financial gifts that we receive from you, are also deeply, deeply appreciated. So it is your presence, it is your gift of your treasure, which is you and the financial treasure, that helps us continue to hold the high watch for each other, for people in our own city, and for people around the world in the ways that we then give back. So I thank you for that in advance. We have some ushers who will come by in a few moments with their butterfly nets, but we have this beautiful blessing that we're going to say together. And it is a blessing. Thanks to Phil, who at one day changed that from statement to blessing really quickly, because it is a blessing. It is a reminder of the love that we say yes to, that enlivens us and enfolds us. So will you say together, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. We are blessed to know that Spirit is our source. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, and so it is. Amen.
Whatever my God ordains is right, His holy will abides. I will be still whatever He does, and follow where He guides.
Sweet comfort, sweet comfort, yet shall fill my heart. Sweet comfort,
source of all our love, all of our gifts, all of our talents. We are your treasure, and we know we will use these treasures well to transform each other and our world with love. And so it is. Amen. I think there's an announcement. Hospitality? Let's do that before we do. Okay, good. So I just wanted to do a quick message about hospitality. I can smell the coffee, which is really exciting. So as you know, there is hospitality happening downstairs. We have a little merry band of hospitality elves who have worked really hard since we kind of renewed the practice of gathering downstairs. And the real gift of that is a chance to talk casually. There's another question, the question from last week is still up there, but to just get to know each other. And we've had some questions about, back today we used to have a lot more food. Could we do that again? Sort of. Right now it is a merry little band of hospitality elves. So the finger foods, the simplicity of some coffee, some tea, some conversation, and a little snack here and there is where we're at. That hospitality team could use a few more bodies. And there's a sign up downstairs, so if you are enjoying that hospitality and don't mind being a part of the team, either organizing the crew, setting up, learning how to make the coffee, that would be awesome and much appreciated. And we're going to leave off the full-blown meal stuff for now, because it is more heavy lifting than our wonderful hospitality elves can do on their own. So we'll let that grow. Okay? All right. That's my hospitality plug. But do come downstairs and have some coffee and a snack and all that good stuff. Now we're going to go back to that beautiful picture, because we're going to say the prayer of protection. But before we say that, because it is really a beautiful prayer of holding the high watch, right? It is what we are about. So in this space, if you're watching at home, wherever you are, if it brings you sweet comfort to say a name out loud, you're invited to do so. Just to whisper it out loud where you are. Know that in our God hearts, we're hearing it, whether you say it out loud or not. We are holding that with you. So just take a moment to for health and healing. And as we circle each other with love, holding each other in protection, in safety, in love and compassion, I invite you to feel the depth of that in your heart and in your soul, deep in the fibers of your being, as we say this beautiful prayer together. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. We are unrepeatable expressions of divine. You are an unrepeatable expression of love, and I am so grateful for your presence. So let's sing our prayers I think, are we ready for that? Did I forget anything? Phew. Okay, let's sing our prayers.
Every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun.
3 little birds, each by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, saying, "This is my message to you." Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Think of the lilies, this way in the summer sun.
They neither spin nor do they labor. They have the glory greater than Solomon.
Yaman. Say it.
This is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
I don't worry
About a thing.
about a thing.
'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Yaman.
Come back at 7.
Back at 7.
Be here or
great at
be
7 o'clock.
square.